Alright, it's Friday night. I'm getting ready to put the wheels on, the front ones at least. Then it'll have dust caps to go on the end. I still need to put grease fittings in it and grease everything, but actually I'll loosen that up a little bit more. I got these tires and tubes put in at work this week, so I don't have any footage of that. And then I got this stuff put in the other night. I need to get a bolt for this back piece for this starter generator cover because this clutch pedal's real close. And I got the rod and the spring and all hooked up. And I got the transmission painted for the most part. I got to do another coat on the top of it. And my seat also came in. I scuffed that up. I got to primer it tomorrow, hopefully. And there's the other wheel I got to put on. I'm not going to bore you with watching me put another wheel on. It's the same process, but I'm going to film some more tomorrow, putting the transmission in it. And it should be drivable tomorrow. I got to see if I got enough oil to fill it up, the transmission. I think I have a couple quarts. I hope I got enough. Alright, it's Saturday morning. I'm just working on putting oil in the transmission. All I have is 3 quarts. I'm gonna put 3 quarts in it. I can finish filling it once it's on the tractor. But it's easier to do this with it out, so. Alright, it's been a while. I got the seat primed and I got the underside painted. And I got the transmission in and got the rear mower deck hanger on. I'm just using these wheels as some rollers. I got the parking brake handle on. I got the wheels back here I gotta paint. Then I gotta get hardware for the gas tank straps and the toolbox, then I can put that stuff on. And I got the dust caps painted for the front. I got some other stuff to do today, so this might be as far as I get today. pretty much everything's hooked up for the transmission. I still got to adjust the belt right, and I need to tie up the wires under there so they don't get into the belt. And I still got a choke cable I got to put in, but getting closer. Once I get the gas tank straps in and get the seat on it and all, I'm gonna put some gas in it and make sure it runs and get the belt adjusted right. Alright, well, I thought I grabbed two good spindles, but I don't know if you could tell on camera or not, but that left one's bent. So I'll just put something under here, pull the wheel off, get a jack handle and bend the spindle. Probably have to have somebody stand on it here while I pull up on it, because the wheel's leaned out like that. It's got positive camber. I just want to get it a little bit straighter so it doesn't look as bad, because I had these spindles that were with it. I know the ones that were on it were bent, and I got another set out, but evidently one of those was bent too, so I'm going to try to straighten that out a little bit. I gotta go out to dinner here in a little bit, so I'm gonna stop at the hardware store after dinner and get some bolts. Get the bolts so I can put the little rubber thing on this and the gas tank strap like I already said, and the other couple little bolts I need. And then after dinner I should come back and get that stuff, the bolts put in everywhere they need to go, get the belt adjusted, get this rod in for the brakes wherever it went. I gotta thread this back on so I have brakes hooked up. But coming along, I just adjusted that tie rod end to kind of get it pointed straight, but its spindle's bent too, so I gotta fix that. And I just put a second coat of paint on the bottom of the seat. So depending on how cold it is tonight, I've just been spraying the stuff and bringing it in here because I got the heat on. This turned out pretty good. When I'm at the hardware store, I'm gonna pick up another can of this. If you're wondering what colors I'm using, the blue-green colors, Rust-Oleum Verde Green hammered, and you can't get it anymore, at least that I could find. You can't get it anymore. And this is what I'm using for the white, Gloss Almond Rust-Oleum. And I'm just using Rust-Oleum semi-gloss for the black stuff, like the mower deck hangers and that stuff. And I can't remember if I said it or not, but I ordered the decals for the hood and for the front of the grill. And I ordered the high-low shifter sticker. It's not exactly right what was on it, but it's just black, so it'll look good. Because they had a teal one, but I didn't know how the color would match up with this, so I just got the black and white one. I think it's black and white from what I can remember. But I'll update you guys when I get some more done. Like I said, I was gonna film putting that transmission in, but this was the worst transmission I've ever put in. I could not get the bolt holes to line up. I don't know if it's because I had that rear frame off and I just didn't have the bolts lined up just right. But it was hell trying to get those bolts in. And I got the high-low shifter hooked up and belts all ran. I just got to adjust it. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had that much trouble getting the transmission bolted in, but I don't know if just a little bit of slop in the bolts, if I should have left that rear frame loose a little bit while I was trying to put it in, might have helped. But it's definitely a little difficult. That's why I didn't film any of it. I was kind of getting pissed off. I filmed the beginning of it, but I'm not going to put it in because it's not worth it. Alright, as you heard in the last clip, it runs. I got the seat painted and put on. I got the toolbox installed. The wires ran up through for the tail light. I had one, but it's missing the lens. So I just ordered a whole new light. I ordered 2 of them actually, so I had one here. And I ordered the air filter for it and the pre-filter. And I ordered the rear tires. And I ordered something else. That might have been it. And I got some decals coming for it. I ordered the same rear tires that are on the 67 Super 12. That's the same color. I used regular white on this though, except for the wheels. But I ordered the Max Auto 23 1050 12 Ag tires. Ordered the same ones for this. And I'm probably going to take this grill to work this week and start prepping that for paint. Because that's probably the next piece I'm going to do. I'm either going to do the grill and the wheels next. I'm not worried about doing the hood till last, till I work all the kinks out of it. I need to figure out what I'm doing for an exhaust. I'd like to put a stack on it. I've wanted to put a stack on one of mine for a while. I just picked this stuff up at the hardware store when I was there earlier getting bolts. I think if I get a 45 degree instead of a 90, it'll come out a little bit straighter. And I might need to get a shorter piece of pipe depending on how it mocks up with the hood. And then I'll have to get a stack for it. But I got bolts for the grill and all. I just got the mule drive piece and the little spacer for the grill on there now. And I got the choke cable ran. That's on there. And I got a little cable clamp for that. I'm assuming it had one there. I was missing it. It's just, this one's got rubber on it because the ss14 has one there. But I got the choke cable hooked up. And I got all these running except for those 2. And this thing sounds like it's blown up, but I think it's just, I think the keyway's broken in this pulley. Because I tried to tighten it up and it's, as soon as I started it up, it came loose again. So I think the keyway's broken because it was clunking. I thought it was blown up. But I think the keyway's broken for the pulley, so I got to pull that apart. See what's going on there. Hopefully it's just a keyway and the motor's not knocking. Because last time I had it out, it did sound a little more knocky, but this muffler's blown out too, so that kind of adds some noise to it. But I think it's just a keyway, so I'm going to try to get a keyway and fix that. Hopefully the motor's good. Worst comes to worst, I have another one I can put in it, but I'd rather not have to take it apart. But I had all these running. And I guess I'll see if this one will start back up. It needed a little help to get going. I'd never really messed with the carb a whole lot on it. glad the kill switch works, because I wasn't sure how to wire it, because I put the magnetron on instead of the points, because I resealed the whole motor, and when I had the shroud off, I was like, I might as well replace it, because there's no point in having to take it all apart again. So I did the magnetron ignition. I probably should cut this plug wire back a little bit, but that works. It runs it all. Got the battery strap, the gas tank straps on. Got this little rubber stop put on for the hood. But it's coming along. I do need to get a flat washer for the top of the air filter, because this one's missing. And I think I have the wing nuts for it somewhere. But overall, it's coming around pretty good. Like I said, I said in the last video, I think I ordered some wheel weights. They should be here, cast iron Sears. And I got a 3-point I need to paint for it, but I want to get the hood and the wheels and all done first before I start doing that. Alright, I think that's going to wrap up this video. I planned on filming more of me doing stuff, but didn't really happen that way. And I put this side cover on and adjusted the clutch. I still need to put the pin through for the brake and make sure the brake's adjusted right. The seat came out pretty decent. It turned a little bit yellow or in some spots. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I'm happy with it. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I know it's not the most entertaining video. I just did a bunch of talking, but updating you on what I got going on. I need to paint the knobs for the shifters still. And finish putting some bolts in. I'm still missing some bolts in the frame. I got to go through and figure out what goes where. I got to get one of my other knobs, because this one's different. Should be a round one, completely round like that, instead of having the rib on it. And for the clutch pulley, I can't remember if I put that in there, because I was missing one. I found one that was good. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff.